headlines of this hour on VTV News. Party chief emphasized need for high-quality personnel and balanced leadership structure. Authorities intensify efforts to ease capital access for private companies. And in the world news, UN to scale back Gaza presence.
Broadcasting from Hanoi, the capital of Vietnam. VTV News starts right now.
Good afternoon. It is now 3 p.m. local time in Hanoi, and you're watching VTV News. I'm Phie bringing you the latest updates. Now, on Tuesday morning, Party General Secretary Tô Lâm chaired the fourth meeting of the Personnel Subcommittee for the 14th Party Congress to review amendments to personnel planning. He emphasized the Congress' crucial role in strengthening party leadership and fostering breakthroughs. The meeting focused on developing a high-quality personnel with a balanced structure, ensuring that key leaders demonstrate integrity, competence, and credibility. The subcommittee reached broad agreement on personnel matters, including the structure of the party's Central Committee, Politburo, and Secretariat, all in alignment with organizational streamlining policies. Also on the same day, at the 7th Conference of Full-Time National Assembly Deputies, National Assembly Chairman Trần Thanh Mẫn announced that deputies would review and provide feedback on 10 draft laws concerning business operations and public welfare. The proposed legislation includes amendments to the Special Consumption Tax Law, the Corporate Income Tax Law, and the Employment Law. The upcoming 9th session, scheduled to begin on May the 5th, aims to pass 11 laws and examine 16 draft laws. Additionally, the National Assembly plans to amend the Constitution and related laws to streamline government operations. The National Assembly chairman stressed that laws must be concise, effective, and efficient, with proposing agencies maintaining full responsibility through final National Assembly approval. The German Association of Small and Medium-Sized Businesses, a network representing over 1 million members and partners, signed a memorandum of understanding with the Vietnam Young Entrepreneurs Association in Europe on Monday in Frankfurt. The agreement focuses on collaboration in education and digital business development, with both parties agreeing to share information about investment policies and business opportunities between Vietnam and Germany. The German SME Association, with its 300 offices across Germany and presence in 80 countries, provides an extensive global network. The Vietnam Young Entrepreneurs Association in Europe expects this memorandum to benefit its members in Germany and internationally. The private sector drives the country's economy, contributing over half of its GDP and generating more than 40 million jobs, representing over 80% of the workforce. However, limited access to bank loans remains a major challenge.
Vietnam aims to become one of Southeast Asia's top 3 countries in digital technology research and development by 2030, enhancing its competitiveness and global ranking. For businesses investing in technology and innovation, access to capital is crucial.
A traditional business typically takes 10 to 20 years to scale up to a medium or large enterprise. But a company leveraging digital technology can achieve the scale in just 3 to 5 years. The fastest way is by directing capital from the commercial banking system into science, technology, and digital transformation, especially for startups.
Small and medium enterprises face much greater difficulties accessing bank loans compared to large corporations. SMEs must improve their financial structures. By focusing on technology, they not only enhance their efficiency but also increase their chances of securing funding both in terms of eligibility and lower borrowing costs.
The State Bank of Vietnam acknowledges that technology is now a decisive competitive factor. However, funding for science, technology, and innovation cannot rely solely on banks.
There must be multiple sources of funding, including state budgets, investment funds, and startup incubators. Each funding source must align with the specific needs of innovation-driven enterprises. We know that commercial banks must see technology investment as a strategic priority. Those who are in this field will gain huge competitive advantages.
The central bank will propose new policies to the government to establish a comprehensive investment framework for innovation. This initiative aims to help small and medium enterprises access diverse capital sources.
On Tuesday in Cần Thơ, the State Bank of Vietnam announced the establishment of its Region 14 branch, while hosting a conference on expanding bank credit to boost regional economic growth. Total outstanding loans in the Mekong Delta reached $46.8 billion by early March, marking a 0.53% increase since the end of last year. Local financial institutions have enhanced access to capital by lowering interest rates and offering diverse lending options. These measures have supported rice procurement and strengthened key business sectors. Credit expansions is considered crucial for helping the Mekong Delta and the government reach their economic growth targets of over 8% this year and double-digit growth in the years ahead. In the first half of March 2025, coffee exports prices surged to a record high of over $5,800 per ton, marking a 74% increase compared to the same period last year. According to the Vietnam Customs, coffee exports have risen more than 54% year on year. Domestic prices have also been climbing steadily, with coffee prices in the Central Highlands reaching a peak of $5.23 per kilogram on March the 23rd, a 12% increase since the beginning of the year and more than 40% compared to last year. Global coffee prices are predicted to continue rising due to prolonged adverse weather conditions. After nearly 6 years, Vietnam's One Commune, One Product, or OCOP program has made a significant impact, with over 14,600 certified products, far exceeding the initial targets of 10,000. While this initiative aimed to drive rural economic growth and increase households' incomes, a new challenge has emerged. Despite the growing number of OCOP certified products, consumer demand remains low.
Though positioned prominently near the cashier counter for nearly 5 years, this OCOP display stall draws little customer interest, despite its well-stocked shelves of honey, coffee, herbal tea, and dry fruit.
I had never heard of OCOP products. I just happened to walk by the display and decided to check it out.
We've stocked OCOP products since the stall first opened, but most customers still don't understand what OCOP is or how it differs from other products. Sales remain low.
Although OCOP has exceeded its initial targets, consumer awareness and market reach haven't kept pace with the growing number of products. Many OCOP certified items also fail to stand out from regular products, diminishing both the brand value and unique appeal of the program.
There are too many 3-star OCOP products. There's also not a lot of product innovation, and OCOP advertising remains weak.
The authorities have yet to actively promote these products on online platforms. Stronger support policies are needed to help consumers better recognize OCOP products.
While earning a 4-star provincial OCOP rating and a 5-star national certification demands years of investment and dedication, the most valuable star remains customer trust, something many OCOP products still struggle to gain. To boost sales and strengthen the OCOP program, these businesses need more effective marketing strategies and must better distinguish their products from competitors.
Now let's take a look at how the Vietnamese đồng is weighed against other currencies in the world market. Coming up next, Vietnam promotes AutoGate technology at airports. And Hanoi to unveil Kilometer Zero milestone as a new tourist landmark. Welcome back to VTV News. Despite increased water flow to the Mekong Delta last week, Cà Mau's coastal areas still face severe freshwater shortages due to limited upstream supply. According to the Southern Institute of Water Resources, worsening salinity intrusion is rapidly depleting freshwater reserves across several districts. Currently, 160 households lack clean water. Should dry conditions continue, an additional 642 households may face shortages within a month. Authorities are advising residents to closely monitor salinity levels, store water while possible this week, and extract fresh water during low tides to maintain daily activities and agricultural production. Resolution 57 of the Politburo on breakthrough development in science, technology, innovation, and national digital transformation serves as a launch path for sea-change healthcare sector reform and the adoption of advanced technology in managing medical facilities, diagnosis, and treatment. The resolution will also help address existing difficulties and barriers in investment, research, and developing new technologies and medicines.
Diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer, this patient joined a targeted drug clinical trial after consulting with doctors. Since 2018, their health has remained stable.
I received infusions every 20 days. Now, it's every 28 days. My health is improving well.
K Hospital has conducted clinical trials on over 60 targeted cancer drugs in phases 2 and 3, with 75 patients participating. However, these trials are collaborative studies with international hospitals and laboratories. Due to high investment costs, the hospital has yet to conduct independent preliminary research.
We have achieved very good results, but we did not meet expectations in some cases. Therefore, we have not yet conducted basic research.
Healthcare leaders say the medical sector has great potential for scientific and technological healthcare development. The sector will continue overcoming barriers and boosting research to maximize the expertise and skills of medical scientists.
We will focus on medical research development, such as biopharmaceutical production, gene technology, and vaccines.
With the current policies, I believe we can attract and retain talent for the country. In the future, there will be world-class projects that will advance Vietnam's medical sector.
Resolution 57 promotes an open approach, risk acceptance, and venture investment in science and technology. It will encourage bold research investments and support medical scientists in their contributions.
Now, modern technology has revolutionized immigration and exit procedures at airports. Features like electronic passports, digital passports, and biometric data have streamlined the process, making the travel faster and more convenient. A notable advancement is the AutoGate system, now operating at 5 major Vietnamese airports: Nội Bài, Đà Nẵng, Cam Ranh, Tân Sơn Nhất, and Phú Quốc.
As a frequent business traveler, this man can pass through the AutoGate when returning to Vietnam using only his chip-embedded passport. No interaction with customs officers needed.
Going through traditional immigration procedures can take up to 2 hours. Now, with my chip-embedded passport, the process is about 10 times faster.
Currently, the AutoGate system has been deployed at 5 major airports in Vietnam, allowing passengers to complete immigration procedures in under a minute by simply scanning their passport, Face ID, and fingerprints.
I find it convenient. It's time-saving. Many countries around the world have put this system into operation.
We will conduct biometrics and expand automatic entry to include foreigners. The implementation of the AutoGate system not only makes travel more convenient but also improves immigration management. It significantly reduces the need for staff at border gates, cutting personnel requirements by up to 50%.
The AutoGate system is available to holders of chip-embedded passports. Travelers without such passports can still access the system by registering at designated counters upon arrival. During its first year of pilot operation, nearly 3 million passengers have used AutoGate for entry and exit procedures. The system has significantly reduced waiting times and congestion. Plans are in place to increase the number of AutoGates, which will further improve efficiency and convenience for both domestic and international travelers.
Thousands of people wearing vibrant traditional costumes gathered at a special event during the Call Me by Fire music festival. The event clearly demonstrated that young people remain deeply connected to traditional culture and are actively seeking ways to honor and share their national heritage.
At this event, thousands of participants donned traditional Vietnamese costumes representing various ethnic groups and historical periods.
I am wearing the red Dao costume.
I am wearing the Hmong costume. I feel very proud when I wear this costume.
This is my first time seeing so many Vietnamese people wearing Vietnamese costumes in one place like this. I feel very moved because I see the great patriotism of Vietnamese people.
Many international tourists expressed their excitement about experiencing this cultural event.
It's really interesting, yeah. You can see like so many different types of traditional clothing. It's really cool, really beautiful.
This is amazing. I just wanted to come and take photographs of the Vietnamese culture. It's so colorful. People keep the tradition, respect the culture. Very, very impressive.
According to cultural experts, young people's response to this event represents more than just a trend. It demonstrates their genuine desire to explore and understand Vietnamese traditional costumes throughout history.
The costumes today show significant investment and care. Witnessing thousands of young people participating demonstrates that youth have not turned their backs on traditional culture. They are proud and want to express their identity through traditional Vietnamese costumes.
Ethnic cultural elements are increasingly being incorporated into youth-oriented events. This trend is expected to continue, providing young people with more opportunities to express their love for their national heritage.
The Hanoi Kilometer Zero milestone will begin construction at Lý Thái Tổ Flower Garden next month. The minimalist design incorporates high-tech visual effects and was awarded first prize in the Hanoi Kilometer Zero milestone design competition 5 years ago. A team of lecturers from Hanoi University of Architecture created the winning design.
The designers named their creation the Pillar of Light, which sits at the center of the square. Inspired by their love for Hanoi, they crafted the Kilometer Zero symbol with a modern, minimalist, and sophisticated appearance. The piece blends sculptural and architectural elements, using modern technology to create stunning visual effects.
Our first priority is to preserve the landscape while enhancing it. The Pillar of Light transforms surrounding objects, making them appear more mysterious and beautiful. It helps visitors feel they are truly in the heart of Hanoi.
A square bronze plate measuring 20 millimeters and featuring Li Dynasty dragon sculpture patterns will be installed at the site. The design includes LED floor lights surrounding the plate, which can create different lighting effects for each event.
It's very unique. The bronze plate incorporates patterns that reflect the culture.
The KM0 milestone will be a tourist attraction, especially for international tourists.
Construction of the project will begin in April and is expected to be completed by October 2025.
Coming up next in our world news. UN to scale back Gaza presence. US and Russia wraps up talks on proposed Black Sea ceasefire. Now, the United Nations will reduce its presence in Gaza after an Israeli tank strike on its compound killed a staffer and wounded 5 others, UN spokesman Stefan Dujarric said Monday. Dujarric said the UN has taken the difficult decision to reduce its footprint in Gaza, even as humanitarian needs soar. The organization will temporarily remove about a third of its roughly 100 international staffers from Gaza. However, the spokesman emphasized that the UN is not leaving Gaza, noting that about 13,000 national staff remain, primarily working for the UN Agency for Palestinian Refugees. US and Russian officials wrapped up day-long talks on Monday, focused on a narrow proposal for a Black Sea ceasefire between Kyiv and Moscow. This diplomatic effort is part of Washington's broader strategy to pave the way for comprehensive peace negotiations. The talks centered on establishing a maritime ceasefire deal aimed at ending the 3-year-old conflict. Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov confirmed that U.S. and Russian officials discussed potentially resuming the 2022 Black Sea Grain Initiative, which Russia withdrew from in July 2023 after citing the West's failure to meet its obligations under the agreement. Both Russians and U.S. negotiators have expressed satisfaction with the talks. A draft joint statement has been prepared, with the final document expected to be released Tuesday. Eurozone business activity grew at the fastest pace in 7 months in March, according to a survey data released Monday by the Hamburg Commercial Bank in Germany. The Eurozone Purchasing Managers Index, or PMI, reached 50.4 in March, up from 50.2 in February, marking its highest level since August 2024. The PMI has now remained above the crucial 50-point threshold for 3 consecutive months. The manufacturing sector shows particular strength, with its PMI rising to 2-year high. In addition, the labor market signals improvements as the Composite Employment Index rose to 50.1 for the first time in 8 months, suggesting a gradual recovery in business confidence. The Japan Meteorological Agency officially announced the start of the cherry blossom season in the country's capital on Monday, after observing a benchmark tree at Yasukuni Shrine. We have more in the following report.
Weather officials annually announce the start of the sakura season in Tokyo after confirming 5 to 6 flowers blossoming on the benchmark tree. And the announcement this year came 5 days earlier than last year.
We have just observed 6 flowers blossomed on the benchmark tree. Therefore, the benchmark tree in Tokyo has blossomed. It bloomed on around the same day on average every year, and 5 days earlier than last year.
The iconic flower has been beloved by the people of Japan for centuries, and recently has been enticing an increasing number of foreign visitors during the cherry blossom season, which typically kicks off in March. The Japan National Tourism Organization announced in April last year that foreign tourists visited the country in March 2024, up 69.5% from March 2023.
Now let's take a look at the weather forecast in Vietnam and around the world. And that's the end of VTV News. To rewatch our program, you can download VTVgo from our App Store or Google Play, or visit our YouTube channel, VTV4go. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.